Greetings, welcome to the Entrepreneurs Report. I'm your host, Reverend Dr. Moore. Today, we will be discussing 5 levels of group economics. We have the Executive Director of Overnight Celebrity, the Executive Director of Who Wants to Be a Social Entrepreneur on WKTV. And he will just be discussing the different opportunities that we're offering the community to either be on the show or to possibly create a show on community television, which is an important issue politically and economically for any social group. So we invite from nonprofit organizations, social entrepreneurs to join us and discuss what they are doing in the community and how that affects change in the community. Greetings, welcome to the Entrepreneurs Report. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Moore. Today, we will be discussing 5 levels of group economics with the Executive Director of Overnight Celebrity, Mr. John Cooper, a multi-serial entrepreneur from paint shops to graphics, and a whole list of other things that he will be discussing. Greetings, Mr. Cooper.
Good evening.
Now, can we discuss some of the opportunities that Overnight Celebrity is offering the Grand Rapids and Western Michigan community?
Yes, Overnight Celebrity, anywhere in the music industry, far as from start to finish, you got beat producing to engineering, recording, and also videos. And also, it goes on to the level of putting the music out there, which social media and also TV, public access TV, WKTV, and we're working on spreading it all through Michigan. So basically, we're building the industry.
You developed a few shows, 152nd and Clyde Park, where you had it was basically, what was it, a showcase of hip hop artists doing live performances, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How was your experiences with that?
Push yourself away from a certain market that you're really trying to get into. Underground is cool, but mainstream is basically where everybody wants to be.
Well, I had a conversation recently with DJ Prodigy, and he brought Big Huff up here at A&R for Def Jam. And when he asked me to interview Big Huff, I wasn't able to make it at the time, but it was interesting, the conversation that we had. And because I was asking him, what is Big Huff coming here to do? And he was telling me, it was going to be a deal on the table and different opportunities. But it's like you said, I was more interested in the educational component of an employee of Def Jam coming down. It's like you said, sometimes you will be able to respect what you're trying to get into from the people who, at a level, who not going to hire you. You understand?
Exactly.
Like, so if Def Jam, telling you that this is how the music industry go, or executives from Def Jam telling you this is how the music industry go, and these are the points that you need to be focused on in order to take your talent and career to the next level. Because it's like you said, we can provide opportunities for artists to come, but it must be an educational component. Or you can't really blame the people if you're not prepared to be on TV. Yes. So you gotta come through an educational component that of people that you respect. Not respect to put you on per se. We putting you on with the information. It's not about, I think it's less about getting signed, because if you're not prepared to be signed, even if you have the opportunity, you will not be signed.
Exactly.
So the educational component is going to be important when we start, bringing, these different levels of talent onto a platform that's been, existing for over 50 years. Yeah. So these things been happening without us. So now, we're able to be included in that. So we must educate ourselves to be prepared for the next level of that platform.
And like you say, are they ready to be signed? Because it goes back to something you touched up on about if an artist, like, if, no, I'm not on what you touched up on, but let's say a lot of these artists I see that no longer have their deal because they wasn't maybe performing to the level that the record label who hired them, you know, they may be missing shows they wasn't business minded. They can get in the studio and create a hit when they just, because really, I used to be an artist, so and I know with most of these people, most of these artists, they create themselves by just being in the studio. They're artists in the studio, drinking, smoking, and freestyling. But when it comes to putting the work in, the writing, the format and structure of a song, a complete song, to give meaning to it, you know, they don't understand that part of the game. So they're really limited to what they actually can do or how another label could use them. Because it's all that's what I said about referring to what you're saying. It's a job. You come into that label for a job.
Exactly. You're looking to be hired.
So now you got to meet the criteria.
Exactly.
You know, just like an NFL player, if you ain't, or any sports player, if you ain't meeting the requirements of your contract, you're not going to get that money.
But you got to look at, let's use sports because it's the perfect analogy. The NBA is the professional level of sports. But before most people, if not all, before they went to the NFL, they was in the NCAA. Before they went to the NCAA, they was in high school sports. Before they was in high school sports, they may have been in Pee Wee League or Little League. So people are being prepared for this job. Now, it's like you said, a talent, a business, and a hobby. We got to define these things.
Yeah.
Just because you're an artist and you have this talent, yeah, you can sit in your house, in your bedroom, and record songs all day.
All day.
Exactly. So that's purely talent. You know, it's like you said, those people, they thinking they're hot because they like it.
Exactly.
It don't have anything to do with anyone else. It's kind of like karaoke. Think of karaoke in that way, you know. Now, we got the karaoke show. So, you know, so we have opportunities under Overnight Celebrity that their shows is geared towards the different level that you're headed in this independent industry.
Exactly.
So if you're just, you know, rapping, freestyling, or, you know, things like that, we have the karaoke-based show. It's basically fun. And it's like more like a game show, meant to be made fun of. You might not be able to sing. You might not be able to rap, but you think you can.
Exactly.
You know, so, but there's the other level of the platform would be a business platform for those who all they wanted to do was enjoy their gift, talent. You know, music is something therapeutic. You don't have to be good at it, you know, to enjoy it. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So go ahead.
And if you break it down, if you really want to take the music industry, let's say what the label do, sometimes not really about talent, cause they it's a template. It's already created. You just gotta fall in line, which is we're gonna give you a beat to a certain tune, boom, boom, clap. You know, the man fresh. So you got this beat, cause you listen to the radio, a lot of stuff saying you got the beat to this tune, and you're gonna rap about money, drugs. It's only a couple topics. And if you listen to the radio, they're recycling this same topic. Every song is and you banging your head to it. But on no, like James Brown say, if it make you feel good and you move your head, it's music. So indeed. I really can't not know ones who, when the record company finds somebody that got the look, that's what they look. They ain't look for talent. You got the look, female. You got the look, you got the body. Cause a singer, songs get wrote for them.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know how much Beyonce write for herself, but the song that you think that's her life, someone wrote them and gave them to her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And they formatted that to what you're gonna bang your head to.
And see, I think it go to what you were saying before about creating an industry, but also being able to see what the mainstream industry is as well. Exactly. So we can dissect the mainstream industry and how it works, but to truly create your own industry is to give voices to of where talent that don't exist on a mainstream level.
Exactly.
So, like I said, a lot of these brothers and sisters who doing spoken word, hip hop in West Michigan, we got a lot of talented, people out here. So when you doing those kind of things, like I said, I love it because what I might not like another person may like, I don't even think it's about that. I think it's more about business.
Exactly.
How do you set up your business and what level do you want to play in entrepreneurship? If you just want to be a talent, let's do the numbers. Don't expect certain things. When all you doing, is enjoying, your gift.
Exactly.
So that's something that, like say for instance, if you feel like you're hot and you making this music, because we got different levels of the independent in West Michigan and Grand Rapids. You got a lot of gifted people who making videos, they got companies, they got that paperwork right, you know what I'm saying? But then they look at maybe what we doing as a small platform. So sometimes you can look at yourself too big based on social media platforms. You got 5,000 friends on Facebook or Twitter, but you haven't been seen by 1,000 people in your own local community through public access television.
Exactly.
But that's going to play to your business. Like say for instance, the Fist Coalition. A lot of people, they don't look as big online, but locally they have the support of the community. They paperwork reflect to other business executives that they serious about what they doing. They able to get major signed acts on tour and on their videos. Yeah. They kind of remind me of have you ever heard of ASAP, like Rocky, ASAP? But they got a company called ASAP Worldwide. Okay. Now the way ASAP Worldwide, they make videos. Okay. So they done made videos. They from New York. Rocky, ASAP, ASAP Ant, ASAP Fergie, all of these people is in one company, just like how the Fist Coalition is. They do videos and they did videos for a lot of the major people. At the same time, those people they done bartered with and those celebrities that did featured on songs and now they big. Okay. Rocky ASAP, Rocky Fergie, same thing with like the Honorable C-Note. People have to work on that level. The thing that I don't see in West Michigan, I see a lot of people working, but it's like you said, the industry part. We have to support everyone who's doing something. Yeah. And there's no competition. I don't have to, that's me. Because like I said, music is based on what other people not like, what other people like. You can like it, but other people don't. So as an artist, you can't be as discriminatory towards what you think that you don't like.
Exactly.
So when you building in the industry, Rocky ASAP, Future, and C-Note. C-Note do the beat, Rocky ASAP and Future on the song. So they create this song. You got Honorable Court, he got his own company. Fergie, they got their own company, and Future got his own company. Plus, all of them got different deals, but they all work with each other. They understand that I'm willing to share my fan base with you.
Exactly.
Another problem I more see here is product. You have a lot of talent, but you don't have a lot of product. And you don't have a lot of distribution for this product, even though there's places that exist that it could be distributed in. So when this happens, you cut down the financial revenue of what you're doing, and it becomes more towards a hobby. Exactly. If you giving music away, your paperwork don't reflect you a nonprofit organization, and you doing these things for business reason, you doing it for hobby reason. So that's how taxes work. Taxes work like, what's the reasoning you doing this? So if you doing this as a hobby, that's a different classification if you running a small business.
True.
And you have a certain amount of time. If you're saying that you small business, you have a certain amount of time to prove that you are a small business, or they will declassify you to a hobby. So after 3 to 5 years, if you're not generating revenue, gaining a certain level of profit, then you could be classified as a hobby other than a small business. It's all in the reasoning. Why are you doing that? When you create a paperwork, like when we did to Uncle Henry's house, you have to explain why are you doing what you're doing, because that's gonna be the reason. You can make $1 million, I can make $1 million. The reason why I'm doing it can be the difference between the classification of what we're doing. So it can look like we're doing the same thing, but we not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because, like,
you know what we're going to do? We are going to defend ourselves. Because UEP Newton said that power is the ability to define phenomena and make it act in a desired manner.